Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another online class in our channel, Learn English with JC. It's a pleasure for me to be here once again on this hot Tuesday. It's Wednesday. On this hot Wednesday, the 29th of July, 2020. Okay, but yes, it's a pleasure nevertheless to be here with all of you. So, here we are, lesson number 67. Okay. Level B1 intermediate. Okay, level B1 intermediate. Hold on, I'm just gonna do something here now. Okay, all right. So yes, like I said, lesson 67 already. We're getting close to 100 lessons already. Wow, time goes by so fast, so fast. But here we are. Okay, one more lesson. Yes, 67. Hello, Leandro. How are you? Okay. Pame, welcome back. Okay, Leandro was number one now. All right. Okay, so let me make sure we have a good connection here on my mobile phone. Let me add it. Yes, we do. Okay, excellent. So yes, online class, lesson 67, level B1 intermediate. And today we're going to talk about making invitations. Okay, making invitations. Okay, from less formal to more formal. You will see in a few minutes. Okay, but first of all, as I usually say, welcome to Learning English with JC. That's me. That goes for you, Leandro, and for Pame, and for others who are in the channel. And they haven't said hello to us yet, but they will. They will. Okay, here is the academy that sponsors our channel. Okay. All right. Thank you, Pame. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. In English, they say that's the spirit. I'm so happy you're here to learn. And I'm happy I'm here to teach you. Okay, so yes, that Montero Espinosa is the academy that sponsors our channel. Okay, and let's begin with the date. Okay, July 29th, almost the end of the month. Wow. British, today is Wednesday, the 29th of July 2020. American, today is Wednesday, July 29th, 2020. Okay, the weather. The sunrise today in Madrid was at 7:09. And the sunset will be at 9:33. Okay. Now, in terms of the highest temperature, it will be 39 degrees Celsius, which is the same as 102.2 degrees Fahrenheit. And the lowest temperature will be 22 degrees Celsius or 71.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, very good. So, in terms of the time, this is another example. In every lesson, I give you a different example. Americans say it's 6:21, whereas British say it's 21 past 6. So once again, it's 6:21 or 21 past 6. Okay, very good. Now, today's expression. Okay, we have let the cat out of the bag. That is a nice expression. Let the cat out of the bag means reveal a secret accidentally, not on purpose. So when you let the cat out of the bag, you're revealing a secret accidentally. For instance, she did a good job, but her mistake was to let the cat out of the bag. So she revealed a secret accidentally. So once again, let the cat out of the bag means reveal a secret accidentally. Example, she did a good job, but her mistake was to let the cat out of the bag. All right, let's move on. Question number 1. What did your parents never stand for? What did your parents never stand for? In other words, what did your parents never liked? Okay, they never stood for something, meaning they didn't like it, they didn't agree to something. So what did your parents never stand for? For instance, my parents never stood up for my brother and I using bad language at home. No way, we couldn't use bad language at home. So what do your parents never stand for? Never. Okay, my parents never stood for or up for my brother and I using bad language at home. No way, we couldn't use bad language at home, which I think was good. Yeah, I think that was a good decision that my parents made, that we hardly ever used bad language at home, my brother and I, when we were growing up. So, what do your parents never stood, or what do your parents never stand for? Okay, my parents never stood up for my brother and I using bad language at home. Anybody? I forgot the preposition up in the question, by the way. What do your parents never stand up for? I forgot the up in the question, so that's why I wrote in the answer. My parents never stood up for. So the phrasal verb has two prepositions: stand, up, and for. So up and for. Anyway, let me hear from you. Okay. My parents never stood up for my brother and I using bad language at home. What about your parents? What did they never stand up for? Once again, I forgot the preposition up in the question, but nevertheless, it is in the answer. Okay, so let me know. Once again, something that your parents never liked, they didn't agree with, they didn't allow you to do it, so they didn't stand up for something. Okay. So I said, my parents never stood up for my sister when she, when she was smoking. That's right. I personally hate smoking, so I don't have any children, but if I had them, they would never, ever smoke in my house. Never. They would never smoke in my house. So, yes, I don't allow anybody to smoke in my house or in my car. Nobody. Nobody who comes to my house in my car, nobody smokes. Totally forbidden. Totally forbidden. Smoking is bad for your health, period. Anyway, so thank you, Esther, for your answer. Does anybody else have an answer? Let me hear from you. Okay, hello, Pablito. How are you? Welcome back. It's always a pleasure to have you, Pablito. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Andre, hello. How are you? Welcome back, Andre. I don't know if it is Andre or Andre. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly at the beginning or at the end of the word. Andre or Andre. Okay, Pame. My parents never stood up for my bad behavior and language. Really? You were bad, Pame. You were a bad girl. Oh boy, I don't imagine you being bad. No, I don't know. I think you're a sweet girl. I have my idea of you as a sweet person. Very nice, very respectful, very well educated. Oh, but you were bad when you were a kid. Oh boy, oh boy. Some people, they were bad when they were kids, and then they turn out to be very nice people later on. Or vice versa, vice versa. They were good and now they're bad, but Pame was bad and now she's good. Anyway, thank you, Pame, for your answer. What about you, Andre, or Pablito, or Leandro? Let me know, let me hear from you. Oh, okay. So my parents never stood up for, I don't know, my bad behavior. And my sister, when she was smoking. Is your sister older or younger than you, Esther? Is your sister older or younger than you? Just out of curiosity. Karen, are you there? Normally Karen is here with us on level B1, but Karen hasn't said anything, but I hope she's here. Earth calling Karen. Iliana, I don't know where Iliana is. She's missing in action. I hope everything's okay with her and her lovely husband, Juan. Lisa, I haven't seen Lisa for a long time. Sharma, okay, my parents never stood up for my anger. Your anger, oh boy. And bad things that you did around the house. Oh, you were a bad boy too. I think when we were kids, we all do things that our parents didn't like, obviously. And of course, if you have children, like Esther has children, I'm sure they do things that parents or a wife or mother like Esther doesn't like. You know, it happens. It goes with the with having children, no? That's why I don't have them. That's why I don't want to have them. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through that. So no children for me, ladies and gentlemen. No children for me. I like them, but I don't have. I'm not patient enough to have them. So let me correct the battery because I'm running out of battery. Okay, very good. So let me continue. Let's talk about making invitations. Okay, let's talk about making invitations. We're gonna go from very informal up to very formal. Okay, so let's concentrate on the ones on the bottom. Okay, the ones on the bottom. Okay, Pablito, my parents never stood up for my salary. Really? Oh, oh, you're younger. Okay, so Esther, you're younger. Your sister is older. All right, I see. Okay, thank you, Pablo. Thank you, Esther, for your comments. Anyway, so okay, no comment. So let's concentrate on the informal ones at the bottom of the screen. It says, wanna go to the movies tomorrow night? Okay, wanna go to the movies tomorrow night? Okay. You can also say, wanna come over for dinner tonight? Okay. Wanna, of course, you will see that in spoken English, never in written English. It's very, very strange to see that on a book. But again, we have the two options, okay? When I go to the movies tomorrow night, or when I come over for dinner tonight. All right, that is very informal. Okay, moving up to a little bit more formal, you could say, using the same example, do you want to go to the movies this weekend? Do you want to go to the movies this weekend? And in terms of the dinner example, we have, do you want to come over for dinner tonight? Notice they are not using the wanna. Okay, now they're using do you want to. So it's a little bit more formal. Okay, now example number 3, again using the movies and the dinner examples. Would you like to go to the movies on Saturday? Would you like to go to the movies on Saturday? In terms of the dinner question, would you like to come over for dinner tonight? So that now they're using would, which is a little bit more formal than do you want to. Okay. So, and the last one, the most formal one is, I'm going to the movies. Would you like to join me? I'm going to the movies. Would you like to join me? In this case, they use 2 sentences. And the other example is, would you care to join us for dinner tonight? That is very formal. Would you care to join us for dinner tonight? Okay, so let me read them again. The first couple, want to go to the movies tomorrow night? Want to come over for dinner tonight? Second example, do you want to go to the movies this weekend? Do you want to come over for dinner tonight? Example number 3, would you like to go to the movies on Saturday? Would you like to come over for dinner tonight? And the last example, I'm going to the movies. Would you like to join me? Would you care to join us for dinner tonight? All right, so again, there are several ways you can say it. It depends on who you're talking to. If you're talking to a friend, you could use one of the most informal ones. If you're talking to somebody for the first time and you want her or him to go out with you, try to use something a little bit more formal. Okay, Sharma is inviting all of us to go to his house in India. Okay, he says, would you like to come to my house? You forgot the 2. My house in India would be an honor to me. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have been formally invited to go to India, to Sharma's house. I'd love to go. Yeah, I'd love to go. Never been to India. I'd love to go. It's one of those countries that is, I'm sure, is extremely interesting to visit. And I'd love to go. Mexico as well. One of those countries. Mexico is another one of those that I would love to visit. There are so many countries around the globe, the planet, and I'd love to visit some of them. But the problem is the time and the money. Okay, but it's good to visit the country when you know somebody there. When you know somebody there, so he or she can show it to you. Same thing happens if you come to Madrid. I can show it to you. So if you ever want to come to Madrid, I'll be your tour guide. Okay. Okay, very good. So today's question number 2 goes like this. What do you leave out? In other words, what do you omit? What don't you tell? What do you leave out? What do you omit when you talk to your parents about your life? You're telling your parents about your life, and what is it that you don't tell them? What do you omit? What do you leave out? For instance, in my case, I leave out details about my sex life. Hey, I don't tell my parents details about my sex life, of course. Maybe I can tell a friend, but not my parents. So what do you leave out when you talk to your parents about your life in general? And in my case, I leave out, I omit, I don't tell details about my sex life. All right. Can you imagine? Come on. So anybody else? Please let me know. While I'm drinking some water. Okay. So what do you leave out when you talk to your parents about your life? What don't you tell them? I'm sure you don't tell them everything. Hello, come on. Nobody tells his or her parents everything. I know. Don't lie now because I know. Okay, so what do you leave out when you tell your parents about your life? Okay, so let me know, please. Let me know. Be honest, and let me know. Let JC know. What do you omit? What do you leave out when you tell your parents about your life? Do you tell them everything? No, I don't believe you. So please be honest. What do you leave out? Okay, so Pame, I leave out details about my secret job. Pablito, I leave out details about my spiritual life, like my sins. It is only concerned to God. That's true. I agree with you, Pablo. That is true. Esther, I leave out my problems with my husband to my parents. Oh boy, that's a good one instead. Yeah. Oh, okay. You tell those problems your mother-in-law, right? So you tell the problems with your husband to your mother-in-law, because after all, it is her son. So, Sharma, I leave out details about my lavish life. Woo. Okay, very good, Sharma. All right. Okay, anybody else? People are asking me questions to the. They're asking me to add them on the chat now. Okay, people want to be added to the chats. Okay, that's good. That is good. Okay. All right. Yes, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Yes. Okay. So, anybody else? Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else for the answer? Okay, I think I lost the connection noise here. All right, so Esther, I leave out my problems with my husband to my parents. Pablito, I leave out details about my spiritual life. Sharma, I leave out details about my lavish, it's with an A by the way, lavish, not lavish, lavish life. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else? Okay, let's move on. Famous quote. Today's famous quote. Let's see what you think about this. It's also by Abraham Lincoln. He said, "Be sure and put your feet in the right place, and then stand firm." Interesting. So be sure and put your feet in the right place, and then stand firm. Interesting. Okay. In other words, make sure you take the right decisions and stay by them. Don't change them. Okay. All right. So be sure and put your feet in the right place, and then stand firm. Okay. Very good. It's an interesting one. All right. So today's joke goes like this. Once my dog ate all the Scrabble tiles. Okay, that's for you, okay, Jesus, yeah. So this one is good, especially for those of us who have dogs. Okay, well, thank you, Humberto. Thank you very much for your comment. Don't worry. No, it depends. It depends on how much you study. But the important thing, Humberto, is that you are here. Okay, I cannot speak Spanish in this group, but the important thing is that you are here, and I'm sure you are learning something, for sure. I know it is not your level, but I really appreciate your effort to be here, because it shows me that you are very interested in learning. So I really appreciate your effort to be on levels B1 and B2. Yes. So don't worry if you cannot participate, but for me it means a lot that you're here. Okay, Humberto, our president. Okay. So thank you very much for joining us and for learning, because I'm sure you're learning something. Okay. So again, once my dog ate all the Scrabble tiles, he kept leaving little messages around the house. I think you understand the joke, but yeah. Once my dog ate all the Scrabble tiles, the letters, no, little letters, and he kept leaving little messages around the house. I hope that was not Puka, Pame, your little dog. Okay, it wasn't Iki, mine. But yeah, so be careful, those of us who have dogs. Okay. Well, I take my dog out twice a day. So normally she does her things on the street. But yeah, I take her out twice a day, even though it is hot. I try to take her out early in the morning and late at night, because it is not as hot. Okay, it's not as hot. Right now it's extremely hot, but yeah. So don't forget to check out these videos, okay? They are short, they are very well edited, and they show me in front of a board explaining different things, okay? Again, they are very short, they're very, very nicely edited by Christina, my co-worker, and I'm sure you're gonna like them, and you're gonna find them very, very useful for your learning, okay? And don't forget, if you're going to be part of a group, there are 4 levels, A1, A2, B1, and B2. Here's my number, +34 663 072251. Please send me a message. I just received a message a few minutes ago of a person who wants to be on level A1, if I remember correctly. So yes, if you're going to be part of our groups, please do so. Send me a message. Remember that every day I send to each group the the level or the video that we had the previous day in case somebody couldn't watch it. Okay, so yeah, I do that every morning. Okay, Puka bites everything. Yeah, because she's so small. Yeah, she's so cute. Send me another picture, Pame, please, because I love your dog. She's so really cute. Anyway, so this is all for today, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And have a nice day. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes with level B2. If you cannot join me, please join me tomorrow. All right, remember on Thursdays we have review day. So on Thursdays we review what we have been doing during the week. Okay, Esther, you're pretty good. The way you write, Esther, you can be on this level, yeah. However, the correct sentence, Esther, is I don't know what my level is. In Spanish we have is before my level, but in English is after the letters my level. So Esther, the correct sentence is I don't know what my level is, so I do my best. That is correct, even if I don't understand all the class. That is fine. Okay, so Esther, I don't know what my level is. It's a minor correction. But I think you're doing alright, Esther. You're doing alright on this level. Okay, no problem. Pablito has a very high level, so Pablito can be on levels B1 or B2, no problem. Pame is always so nice and friendly. With a beautiful dog. So thank you for the class. Thank you, Pame, for joining us. Thank you, Pablito, Esther, Humberto, everybody who was here today. I really appreciate your effort to be here. Okay, Sharma as well. I don't know if I'm missing somebody, but please forgive me if I do. But I thank you for being here today. All right, I'll be back in about 5 minutes with level B2. Don't go yet. Bye bye. Have a nice day.